She in love with a G, so she tatted my name. I'm the big.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Joined by Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And for Cleveland, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And one of the dynamic players we'll be seeing tonight is Draymond Green, so instrumental in the Warriors' championship run in 15. Shaq, he's a guy who can do it all on both ends of the floor.
He got great speed, strong enough to guard any position.
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is... Kevin Harlan. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. And it's Irving at the point guard position. Here's Mozgov. And that... That one is stuffed right through.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
First personal foul, team's first.
Cleveland on defense. Here's Barnes. Good D from Love.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club
It
to be
is.
in. Only
It
the
is.
true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
That's his first personal foul.
James wide open. Off target from outside. Cleveland on defense. Here's Curry. Can't get it to go. Shumpert with some nice D. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Finished off the break.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
And there's a whistle that goes on him on Shumpert. That's his first foul.
Iman Shumpert. First personal foul, 2 seconds.
Here's Green. Good D by Irving.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in third string conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. LeBron drives in.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Here's Green. And too long on the shot.
That's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
The kick out to Irving. That falls. Great assist by Love. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is one to get a team going. We'll see if that's the case here.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Warriors trail by 10. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
J.R. Smith's checked in for James.
J.R. Smith.
That's tipped. It's stolen by Smith. Curry against Irving. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Takes a 3. Can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. The number 1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was 3rd in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision. And whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
Some changes here for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Rush in for Barnes. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Warriors trail by 12. The 15-footer. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Outside Irving. Puts it up from 12. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Cleveland.
Anderson Varejão.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 14-6 run. Williams with a clean look. Can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Cleveland ball.
Jefferson's checked in for Irving.
The Cavaliers. Richard Jefferson.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. It's Williams with the drive. Feeds to Smith. From deep. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
Cavaliers ball.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Williams against Curry. There's 1:26 left to play in the first quarter. Green. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Williams attacking. And that's going to be a travel.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
Golden State's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Curry. No luck. Nice D from Verejao.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. That's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Thompson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Thompson's got his first points of the night.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Nice shot by Smith.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Curry's shot is off.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Different look here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And Cleveland also making a change. Dellavedova's checked in. And there's the call on Jefferson. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, team's 40.
11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here is Livingston. Fires from 18. And he hits the jump shot.
Livingston with the shot.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 9. Let's take a quick break now. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
I mean, we're 5-6 feet outside that three-point.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Cavaliers?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Mozgov in at the center, locking down the middle. Cleveland leading by 9. The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish the league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in, and Cleveland also making a change. Shumpert is checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. That's tipped and stolen by LeBron. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And he gets it to go. And that's now 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Livingston, no luck.
It's not winning.
Team game, he's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
Now, here is Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Mozgov passes to LeBron. The 3. And Irving with the basket on the assist by James. That's 12 points for Kyrie Irving. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Thompson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston.
First personal foul, team scoring.
Irving with the steal.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off. Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Knocked loose. The drive by Shumpert. Barnes grabs the miss.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be working.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Cleveland leading by 14. And here's LeBron outside. Draymond Green pulls it in.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Williams kicks to Mozgov. Back to Williams. LeBron against Thompson. James dishes to Williams. Off target with his 3.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Jefferson's checked in for LeBron. And Smith subbed in for Shumpert. Now here's Williams. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Barnes grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 12. Curry. And the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got 8 points.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And here's Thompson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Cavaliers lead by 13. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. On its way from Curry for 2. And it's Golden State with another.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years. And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Cleveland leading by 11. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's his second.
That'll put J.R. Smith on the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah. Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Klay Thompson was lights out in terms of shooting. Clark, he has never had a problem knocking one down.
Well, the first player in league history to notch 500 made threes in his first 3 seasons in the league. That is remarkable. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
On its way from Curry for 2, and it's off the back rim. No good. Smith with it. 8 points for him. From deep three-point range. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. That's good. Jefferson's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Cleveland. Warriors trail by 18.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Estes Ezeli, he's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Man, I like their approach to the game right now. There's tremendous aggression on both ends, putting the onus on the officials. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Cavaliers ball.
Seven seconds left in the first half of the game. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided.
Guys, I'm here with Steph.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He's got 14 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at the point. That's the Warriors' 5.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Warriors trail by 18. Shoots from the high post. Again, Curry missing.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Here's Curry. He's got 10. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Kyrie Irving. His second personal, first team.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
You know, with that one, he's getting up there in turnovers. I mean, 4 in all now. He's got to be better with the ball to get his team back into it.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Now here's LeBron. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
Shumpert against Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Here's Curry, following the score by Cleveland. Took him no time at all on that one. Curry's got 12 in the game. The Cavaliers leading by 20. On the wing, James. He's covered by Thompson. LeBron with the bucket.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
And that one's good, Barnes. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And on the way from Irving for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Warriors trail by 20. Here's Barnes. Shumpert with some nice D. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who...
He attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim. Well, I tell you what, getting out in transition has really been a big part of this run they're on now.
And the best way to pile up points in a hurry, just run and get your buckets before the defense can get set.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Irving passes to LeBron. It's a pick by Love. James kicks to Irving. Another shot, Love. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
First trip to the line for him here.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Smith comes in for LeBron. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Shumpert. And it's Williams in for Irving. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down. But still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Cleveland. Here's Livingston. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his first basket of the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Smith wide open. He fires. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 3 assists tonight. 1:03 left to play in the third. Livingston kicks to Spates. Golden State moving the ball around to end the run. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Cleveland's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Dellavedova kicks to Thompson. Cleveland the rebound. Shoots the 3. Dellavedova dishes to Varejau. The pass to Dellavedova. Smith for 3. And the shot is good. Smith's got 8 points here in this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Jefferson's checked in for Cleveland. Cavaliers shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. And Smith again for 3. Smith's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cleveland ahead, running away with it. And fourth quarter. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Cavaliers shooting it really well, 54% from the floor. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Anderson Varejau is out there with Mozgov. Then there's Harris. Then it's Jefferson, and it's Williams at the 1 spot. Outside Jefferson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's foul number 2 for him. The Warriors shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Livingston, no luck. And so it's Cleveland with it. The feed to Mozgov. From down in the low post, it goes. Mozgov's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Cavs. Mozgov's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Williams. Livingston, no luck.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down. And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
That their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly but very efficiently. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Mo Williams.
Matthew Dellavedova.
No one near Iguodala as he lets it go. The three-pointer is right on target. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Dellavedova. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
The tray. Livingston, no luck.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Here's Azili. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Cavaliers making a switch here. Love's checked in. There is Zhao. Passes to Dellavedova. It's a pick by Love. It's rebounded by Golden State. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Cavaliers ball.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Dellavedova kicks to Jefferson. Pass to Varejao. Cleveland moving it around. Love. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch 4, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
As Greg was talking about Clark, back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, Kevin.
Golden State's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And again, no good by Golden State.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Harris dishes to Jefferson. Dellavedova from outside, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anderson Varejao. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Warriors making a change here. Rush is checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for Harris. Here's Livingston. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
That is good. Dellavedova's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for the Cavs. And for the Warriors, they're shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Livingston, no luck.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
Shumpert, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 5 assists in the game.
Matthew Dellavedova.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Looking to end the drought. They get it back. Azili gets the bucket.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Cavaliers have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. It's rebounded by Golden State. Let's go. McAdoo misses. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And that one's good. Dellavedova's got 8 points in the quarter.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Here's McAdoo. Here's Azili. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
And the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for James Michael McAdoo. And it's Barbosa in for Sean Livingston. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Shumpert.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's the Warriors' ball. Here's Spates, and Thompson sends it back. Spades missing again. Knocks it loose. The Cavaliers have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Cavaliers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Smith. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Azili, the second chance effort, and Spates gets it to go.
You know, not everything's falling for them, but they're definitely capitalizing on their second efforts.
Yeah, and the offensive rebounds, really one of those stats that make a huge difference in the outcome of a game.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. But they'll get another chance.
Snatched down the long bounce and got him another possession.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
That free throw missing. Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Now Smith, after the missed three from Iguodala.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting from Golden State, Tristan Thompson. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Dellavedova from outside. That one goes. Count it.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, J.R. Smith. We watched a marvelous third quarter from him, and he basically put the game on ice at that point. And from that point on, they were in control.
He came off the bench and torched him tonight. That's my torch sound, Ernie. I know it don't sound like a torch, but I know you feel the heat. I don't think the plan was for him to play as big as he did tonight. But once this kid...
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively, and he delivered. When they needed a big bucket, he was the guy they turned to, and he delivered, like I said. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He did not shy away from the moment.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron. And Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Mozgov in at the center position. On its way from Curry for two. Kicks it to Green. Outside Curry. From downtown. Curry with another miss. It's LeBron with the drive. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And you just look back over the career of LeBron, and you have to say he's an all-time great already. I mean, the numbers are there, the multiple championships, some already calling him the best small forward to ever play the game.
And he sinks the second. And you just look at LeBron, Clark, in a historical context. Last season, he became the first player since Bill Russell and his Celtics to make it to the NBA Finals 5 consecutive years.
Boy, I tell you what, this says even more about LeBron, that whenever he leaves a team, they miss the playoffs. And no matter what team he's on, they're favorites to win their conference.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Shumpert gets a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Warriors now. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Dishes to Green. A three ball. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's James, and that's going to be a travel. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Thompson outside. Right wing. Deflects the pass and stolen by LeBron. Puts it up from 12. And that one hits back iron.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Barnes with it. He's picked up by Irving. There's Green with the three. Love grabs the board.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as they saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
And here's Irving following Draymond Green's three. It's stolen by Green. Here's Curry. Bogut trying to get open. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Bogut. Curry's got his first basket of the night.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Here's James. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
Curry. Again, Curry missing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And it's sent back by Bogut. Curry against Shumpert. Outside Curry. Top of the key. Green for 2 points.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
LeBron dishes to Love. Nobody near Irving. That's in there. Love with the assist. Irving's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Now, here is Irving. Goes up the baseline. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Warriors leading by 7. The drive by Thompson. Bogut kicks to Curry.
Ready? All right, let's go.
That's his first personal foul.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Lazili comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Williams gets the bucket. Well, Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year, for the chance to get there.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Now Curry. He has 6 from D. Big Iguodala. The shot is off. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Jefferson passing to Varejao. Smith against Curry. Smith, no luck.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Azili gets the bucket. Azili's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden
Curry. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors ahead, up 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there, caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it, and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Yeah, just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low post presence, a big part of the success.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Thompson are up front. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Williams. And it's Smith in at the small forward. Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. On a switch here also for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Williams.
You know, it was a bit of a roller coaster year for Mo Williams. I mean, he had that 50-point breakout game, but then later traded away to the Hornets.
Here's Thompson. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Barbosa for 3. And the Warriors miss again. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And, of course, Mo Williams, Clark, shipped to the Hornets for their playoff push and helped out there.
I thought overall, Kevin, Mo had a really strong year given his age. Probably his most productive season since his early 20s.
From deep, Green. The Cavaliers pull it in. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Thompson from long range. Good D by Thompson. Warriors leading by 7. Green with the ball. He has 6. And that one comes up a bit short.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
On its way from Irving for 2. No luck. Good D by Thompson.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
From deep three-point range, count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Kyrie. Irving.
He's not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when he's got that much room.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason. Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Catching up on the for Andre Iguodala. Green with the block. Deflects the pass. Over to the left wing. Here's Barnes. That's his second shot. And his second basket. He's 2 for 2. For J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Here's LeBron. Warriors with the rebound. Barnes has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And that one's good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
And the Warriors with some changes. Azili's checked in for Green, and Curry subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. And Cleveland also making a change. Jefferson's checked in. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Cleveland. Williams comes in for Irving. Shumpert dishes to Jefferson. And Varejao kicks to Williams. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
1:31 left in the first half of basketball. Curry kicks to Livingston. Some nice passing by Golden State here. With the shot. And there's a whistle. It goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game.
Iman Shumpert. First personal foul, team's first.
Curry outside.
He hasn't been able to make as much of an impact here in the second.
Another miss by Curry.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball. And, guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
40 seconds left in the first half of the game. Shot clock at 6. From deep. You know what? Jefferson with some nice deep. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Up the floor. Love outside. From deep three-point range. But they'll get another chance. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Here's Curry with the three. No good on that last second attempt there. And we've reached halftime in this one. Warriors lead by...
Thank you.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
I love the way they took care of the basketball. They displayed good patience, strong decision-making, sharp passing, all of it. This is why coaches say, make the right play, not the spectacular play. Well, unless the spectacular play is the right play, that's fine. But don't give away possessions. That's the moral of the story.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives a team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you got to ride them, cowboy.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Take a look at what Curry's done. 10 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Shot clock at 5. It's Curry outside, and that one's good. Curry's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Warriors.
And, guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals. But also, when you coach LeBron James.
Warriors leading by 6. There's the 3. Curry with another miss.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
And it comes off the front of the rim. The Cavaliers trail by 3 to tie. Another miss by Irving.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Back to Curry. Fires for 3. And that one's good. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break. And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league is your shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Irving passes to Shumpert. It's stolen by Green. And it's the Warriors on the break. Jacks up a 3. Another miss by Curry. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Irving. Cleveland the rebound. The steal. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Out to Thompson. Lets the 3 fly. To the wing on the left. Outside Curry. Shoots the 3. Again, Curry missing.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory.
And you're right there, Clark, because anything less than lockdown defense on him is going to result in a triple.
Love dishes to Shumpert. 3-pointer. And he gets it to go. Shumpert's got 8 points.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him. And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved, just like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Shumpert. Warriors leading by 3. Curry with it. Guarded now by Irving. And it's sent back by Irving. To tie. Draymond Green pulls it in.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Irving from long range. That's good. Irving's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Cavs.
all these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
For the lead, and another three for Cleveland.
You have got... to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
That's his first personal foul.
Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Timothy Mozgov. First personal foul, 10 seconds.
Here's Barbosa. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Good.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through. Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish. And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for the Warriors. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Jefferson comes in for James. Smith checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. Taken away by Williams. Now Cleveland moving it up. Smith with the ball. Shots good by Williams.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
26 seconds left to play in the third. Barbosa with it. Williams picks him up. Clock at 4. For the three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Jefferson kicks to Williams. Back to Jefferson. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Jefferson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Cleveland ahead. They're up by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Cavaliers leading, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Love and Verjao are up front. Mo Williams out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Smith in at the 3 spot.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes. Are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
He feeds it to Williams. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid. Team on the road as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verjao. And it's LeBron in for Smith. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Irving's checked in. Cleveland leading by 7.
You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
On its way from Curry for 2. Curry with another miss.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead. And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He hasn't been happy happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. A nice shot by LeBron.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. Shot clock at 5. And again, it's the Warriors missing. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's James. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. LeBron James, by many surveys, and no surprise here, GA, the most popular athlete in America.
I mean, the highest paid player in the league. And you know what? He deserves it. This guy has really carried the mantra as the face of our game, as well as anybody. And I tell you what, people now are starting to acknowledge the guy also delivers when it matters.
Curry with another miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. And you know, for LeBron, he's blazed a trail as far as his business empire is concerned. He gave his childhood friends a chance to manage his affairs. Many thought it was a huge mistake, but he's doing quite well with the guys that he chose.
All sorts of time. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Warriors trail by 16.
And for LeBron, he said he'd like to be a billionaire. It's his ambition to have an influence that goes beyond the game. And guys, he is certainly on his way. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson's checked in. Golden State's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. On its way from Curry for 2. And again, it's the Warriors missing. James. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. The Warriors shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. It's Curry outside. And again, no good by Golden State.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Timeout called the Warriors. They're losing by 16. 1:53 left here in the fourth quarter.
Moscow, guys, was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Moscow was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
.153 left in the fourth quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
On its way from Curry for 2. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's
look out, and then you throw up stuff like that. And you go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Cavaliers.
You're right, Steve. In fact, during that break, you said it was a gutsy win. And, Steve, I agree with you. It didn't look like a game that was going to work out for them. But, Clark, man, how things changed in a hurry.
I agree with you. Gutsy's the right word for it, Kevin. What a comeback. I mean, incredible fortitude and handling the adversity that showed up. Not just to come back, but to come back and really win going away.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
In the first half, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes. But finding themselves down now, they've started to cast up a lot more triples.
Pass to Mozgov. 11 feet away. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
And a sloppy stretch for him. Now 2 turnovers in 3 minutes. He's got to focus in and value the ball.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Jefferson comes in for James. Smith checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Cavaliers have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. .56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. But they recover it. Smith, no good.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No.
Swiped it away. Goes up, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
36 seconds left in the fourth. Livingston passes to Ezeli. To the paint. From deep three-point range, Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Here's the 3. Varejao grabs the board. The drive by Smith, and the officials call a traveling violation. Here is Livingston. From deep. Missed. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed?
Yes, I'm here with
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
It was a tremendous night for him from long range. Having him out there on the perimeter took a lot of heat off their guys inside, and it gave them room to operate in the paint.
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet
Introducing the Lone Ranger, Kimo Sabi, the horses are big. The 10-gallon tracks, the hood cowboys with the 10-gallon raps, racking ACG boots and baseball caps. I agree, this ain't a simulation of the doo-doo. This is the shot said to get used to. Gang got a chance to blast off. Yeah, rounds in possession of Black Poet, Nick Khalil, the NYGs. I'm making diamonds out of pressure. My pipes are intact. Don't believe me? Ask your boy in the back to the track. These recordings be important and responsible for drama like Sarah Palin, Joe Biden, McCain, and Obama.
Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system. Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system.
NYG.
They said New York fell off. Who bringing New York back? I'm like, where we went? What part the game is that? We've been here the whole time, anxiously waiting. And the streets paper chase, supreme testing our patience. Now stop the presses. Listen up, this is not a lecture. More like a message with a flow that's as hot as peppers. Pop the only way you can stop this villain. I'm sick with it, couldn't with amoxicillin. I've been the illest, this ill kid, Operation Red. Though I never contemplated that. Then that's a wrap, turn your pages to 03. Chapter NYG's, Pants is my code D. No INT.